This year, River Point set out to support 25 pastors in Cuba. We wanted to support the church leaders working in the hardest, most remote conditions of the country. We landed in Santiago de Cuba and drove 4 hours past Barracoda toward the mountains in far eastern Cuba. We wanted to tell you the story of one of these pastors, Pastor Michael.
Now I am in a church that it is in a mountain here in Barracoa. The name of the place, of the town, is Mandinga.
After a very long drive on difficult roads, we better appreciated the challenges Michael faced as he reached people in this part of the island. Yeah, we're definitely in part of Cuba that 99.9% of tourists never see, most white people never see, and most Cubans don't ever see. We are in the remotest part of a mission field of a farming community where this pastor, who's a third-year seminary student, is giving his life away. And just to walk up here gives you a fuller appreciation to what he and his family have to go through every day to make ministry work in this mountaintop farm village. It's really amazing. He works in a village called Mandinga, which means house of the devil. Okay, we've just left this very unsafe, what they call a temple or their church building, and it's obviously about to fall down. This whole wall's falling out. One of the walls was indeed being held up by the braces on the outside of the church. Hurricane Sandy had damaged the structure beyond repair. You can't use the materials from that building to use in their new building because the government has to come by and make sure that it's unsafe. The church has a lot of initiative. They're putting up a temporary church facility here. They've started it on their own. It's a little larger, it could house more people, but it's safe, and that's what they want. They want River Point to help us. They did not ask us, but they want help in providing the materials to have a temporary building until they can build a permanent structure for themselves again. We offered to buy him a bicycle, but he said a bicycle would do him no good in the mountains.
Pero sí necesito un animal que le decimos mulo.
But what I really need is a mule.
Con un mulo yo pudiera hacer más visitas
I could do much more visiting if I had a
y
mule.
llegar a más hogares.
And meet people at their homes.
So River Point bought him a mule.
It's 7, right? That should be okay.
We know you love your church.
Y ama a la iglesia.
So thank you for listening to
Gracias
the prayers of
para
his faithful
escuchar
servants.
las oraciones de sus siervos fieles.
He saw this day and the support of River Point as the answer to his church's prayers. Michael walks from house to house through the mountains, ministering to the people in his church and caring for those on the outside of faith. Michael is an inspiration.
The most important thing is that we be one people in love, that our light this place with that love, with good works.
It is faithful pastors like Michael and the 24 other pastors that God has put on our hearts to support that will make the biggest difference in the most remote parts of Cuba.